Hello my beautiful family, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mboi. I am a nurse. I practice adult nursing in the United Kingdom. If this is your first time joining us, you're most definitely welcome. In this channel, we talk about traveling, migration and nursing. So please subscribe, like, share the content with your loved ones. So today we are going to talk about nursing stuff. So let's dissect today's topic. So I've never worked in a care home setting ever since. Coming into the UK was actually a new thing to me. I had to learn everything from the scratch. But working in a care home as a Band 5 nurse, it doesn't make you less a nurse than a Band 5 nurse in a hospital. We are still at the same level. We can perform the same roles either in a care home or in hospital. But the roles in a care home are different to the roles in a hospital setting. I always have a clause that I put in mind when I go to work. The residents do not live in my workplace, but I work in their home. That's what I go with. And when I have that statement in my head, it helps me to deal with all my residents differently because they are individuals. Even though they are housed under one roofing or one building, it does not take away the fact that every other person in that building is an individual. So this is what happens in care homes. Actually, there are different types of care homes. There are residential care homes, nursing care homes, there are palliative care homes which deal with end of life. There are care homes for people with physical disabilities or learning disabilities. There are care homes for mentally disabled people. Yeah, so there are so many different care homes. Other care homes are daycare, and staffing will be different based on what the mission statement of the care home is. So information that I'm going to share is basically based on my experience, but my intention is not to disclose anybody else's health. Confidentiality in nursing is priority. So I'm just going to give you overview of what to expect if you are to work in a care home as a nurse or as a Band 5 nurse. So when I first came here into the UK, I came as a nurse, but I had not finished my registration with NMC, the Nursing and Midwifery Council. So I had to complete that stage first before I can get a physical role as a Band 5 nurse. So before then, I was working as a senior carer shadowing nurses, right? Now, in my care home where I work, we both do residential and nursing and respite care. So this means the type of a nursing home that I work for needs a nurse 24 hours because we have the nursing part of the goal or mission for the care home. So some residents in where I work are residential, some are nursing, some are respite. So this type of care needs a certain type of staffing. So we should have under administration there should be manager, the care home manager, the deputy manager, nurse, senior carers, and then kitchen staff for cooking, and then cleaning staff for cleaning the home and taking care of laundry services. And that's basically how it should be staffed. But for the purpose of confidentiality, I'm not going to share how many nurses are needed on my care home per shift. But in a shift, there should be a nurse because we have residential care residents, service users. We also have nursing service users. So in every shift, be it day or night, there should be a nurse 24/7. So these are my roles as a nurse in the care home. I want to say, remember, the care homes are different, and there are different policies governing the business. So my roles can be different to a person who is working in a different care home, but this is what is expected from a nurse in a care home. Firstly, there are a lot of things that you need to do as a nurse, but we also have to remember that we work as a team. So first things first, before the service user is admitted in the care home, there should be a pre-assessment done, which means there is someone who needs to go where the resident is. This individual who is a prospective resident is at that point in time. If this person is still in their own home, you go to their home, or if this person is in a hospital, you go to their hospital bed and you do assessment, pre-admission assessment, and this can be done only by a qualified nurse or a qualified nurse manager. There should be a pre-admission assessment done for this prospective service user to come into the care home. So the assessment is done by a manager, a care home manager, or a professional nurse. So you go to where the service user is, or maybe it's his home, or he's in a hospital or in a rehabilitation center, or anywhere this prospective care service user is. You need to go where this person is, do a pre-admission assessment. During this time, you will identify the needs of a care home, the needs of a service user. After you identify that, you have to identify whether, after you have identified the needs of the service user, are these needs going to be met where you are working? If yes, then this person will be admitted. Then you also have to complete a series of paperwork, including we have to know who is the power of attorney. We have to know whether this person finances would be dealt by social services or this person will pay themselves. Also, a lot of paperwork regarding the care plans. You also have to formulate care plan together with the family members, whoever is responsible, whoever is the next of kin. You discuss the needs of the patient or the service user with the person responsible, and you come into agreement whether this is the need and how the needs are going to be met. And if the service user or this prospective service user has pets, you have to identify whether the care home will be able to accommodate a pet, whether the care home has a policy where pets are allowed. Because remember, we said that this will be their home, so we don't have to change what has been working with them, like their social life it doesn't have to change. So we have to make sure that we accommodate their pets, and by accommodating their pets, we will have to also take into consideration that he or she will be around other service users. Whether this person's pet, we don't have anyone who is allergic to cats, or who is allergic to dogs, or who is scared of a lizard or something like that, but we have to make arrangements that the pets that our prospective service user have will not affect other service users who are already in the care home. And if then you are accommodating the pet, then you have to have a proper documentation: who is the pet vet, and who does the pet has the pet had proper immunizations and all that. But if you are not taking the pet with you, who is going to care for this pet who's going to be responsible. Does the pet have anyone else other than their owner? If there is no one else, then you have to find a home for this vulnerable pet of ours. So that's pre-admission stage. That's your role, what you have to know. If you are not the one who's doing the pre-assessment, pre-admission assessment, when the assessment has been done, it's your duty as a nurse to read through, because whoever went to do your assessment will come back with documentation and let you know that we're going to have admission from this hospital on this day. This is the person. You will have to read that through, know who is coming, know their needs, know the care plan, know who to contact in cases of emergency. Everything, you have to know that. So you read through whatever the information has been provided by the person who went for pre-assessment. Then the admission. When this person comes into the care home, is it if it's a residential care home, then the senior carers are the ones who are going to admit this person. But if we have the type of a care home is both residential and nursing, then the nurse is going to be the one who admits this person into the care home. So first things first, like I said, you have to know why this person is in this care home, and for how long is this person going to be here. Is this person going to be here long term? Is this person here for just few days for rehabilitation, or is a respite admission? You have to know the type. Why is this person here and how long they are going to stay? And then after you have identified that, you also have to know whether this person is end of life or not. The funny thing is, in my country, we don't talk about end of life. Even in professional settings, it's upsetting for my people to talk about end of life. But in the UK, there is what is called end of life care plan. And if this person medical conditions have proved that the health doctors or whoever involved have done all they can, and this person has reached a terminal stage, there's nothing they can do anymore. It's just palliative care, or we just have to make them comfortable. Then there is what is called end of life care plan that would be effective within the 12 months period. If the 12 months passes, then it has to be re-evaluated. So you have to know if your person has end of life care plan in place before you admit that person. And then also there's this do not resuscitate policy. It's actually heavily practiced in the UK. In my country, we don't have much about do not resuscitate. Most of the people in my country they want to be resuscitated in cases of emergencies. So you find that here, some people, especially if this person is an old elderly person, 90% of them have a do not resuscitate wish, and it is documented. You have to know, and you have to make sure that everyone else in the care home who cares for this person is aware of this. You don't want to be resuscitating someone who said, I do not want to be resuscitated. So those are the things that you need to do on admission. Then you take this individual around, you show them their room, you show them the common spaces like the lounge, the toilets, the bathrooms, and then you take them to other residents and introduce them to the new person. You also introduce the new person to the other residents. After you've done that, then you offer him whatever, tea, coffee, juice, water, anything, then that's when this person has, through admissions, then the staff. In day-to-day life, what are the roles of a nurse? As a nurse, in the morning we come in and then we take report from night staff. We take report from night staff. So the night staff will tell us how they go from room 1 up to room 60, one by one. So and so slept, so and so did not sleep, so and so this, that, da, 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 da. So you take the report. After you have taken the report, now you know who is well, who is unwell. Then you can plan on your day who to start with, who needs a doctor, who doesn't want to wake up because they didn't sleep overnight, who, So, like I said, you are waking in their home. You don't have to go around waking people if they don't want to wake up. Sometimes you want to lie in bed and wake up around 2 p.m. Leave that person in bed if they want to wake up at 2, but make sure that they are well hydrated. You bring coffee, you bring tea, you bring water to them, you bring food, you do everything in your power to make sure that they are comfortable. So a nurse will give medications, and then as a nurse, you do your progressive assessment for everyone around in the care home. You do your progressive assessment every day, every hour, every minute. Everyone under your care, you have to assess their behaviors, the changes in their behaviors. Do your report, you document in your daily statements. If this person needs a doctor, you call a local GP that you use. They come and see this person. If they don't think this person needs to be seen physically, they will ask you the symptoms of whatever the illness you think this person has, and then they will prescribe medications over the phone. And then the pharmacist will ring you and tell you, we have the prescription, can someone come and collect the medication for so and so. In a care home, there is no doctor, there is no pharmacist, there is no dentist, ophthalmist, all other accessory health care workers. If they need to come and see this person, they come. But some other appointments, we as this care home staff take our resident for the appointments. If they have to go for eye appointment, we take them. If they want to go for dentist, we take them. Or sometimes these individuals come to the care home and do the assessments in the care home. And like I said, we don't have to change these people's social life. If someone was used to drinking maybe a whiskey or beer or a glass of wine before bed, if that person wants to keep on doing the same thing while in a care home, the family members can bring this individual's alcohol. You put it in a safe place. When it's time, they will tell you, can I have my glass of wine? You pour them a glass of wine and then you give them, they tour their thing and go back to bed. Tomorrow morning, it's tea, coffee, breakfast, and everything goes on smoothly. We're not changing their social life, but we're helping them because they are no longer able to do things themselves. That's how simple it is working in the care home, and I love it. I think I will thrive more in the care home than working in a hospital. But let me tell you, you'll be on your feet for the 12 hours. Like 12 hours, you'll be on your feet. Okay, another role as a nurse that you have to do in the care home, you are the first aid leader in cases of emergencies. If someone fell, you are the first person in contact to assess this person, to make arrangements for transportation to the hospital if there's a need. but you are the first aid champion. And there is also disaster management in any facility, specifically if you are housing people with care needs. So in cases of fire, you are the leader in fire triage. So it's expected by the social services in any setting in the UK that every care home or every facility has a fire disaster management plan. So there are fire extinguishers around the building, there are fire blankets, there are fire alarms. You are the one, as a nurse on duty, who is responsible for managing cases of fire. If there is fire anywhere, you are the one who leads the team. You all go to the assembly point, and then you identify where the fire is. You point directions for your team on what to do in cases of fire, and that is your other responsibility. Another thing is, in a care home, you are the first point of contact between the management, the care home, and the relatives from the outside. So people who come into the care home, you are the first person that they come to. So you are the most person that needs to know everything that is happening around the care home. When the relative arrives for so and so to see someone and they require more information about their health, you need to know everything. If you are the nurse for around that particular resident. Another role in a care home, because it's someone else's home, but this particular person needs care and health assessments done for them, you will have the phone. Like, you will be the receptionist of the care home. I'm sorry to say, but you have the phone with you. Every other person calling the care home, you are the first point of contact. You'll be picking calls for administration, for managers, for deputy manager, for residents, like from doctors, dentists, pharmacists, ophthalmists, everyone else who needs services from that care home. You are the first person of contact, meaning you are obliged to know where is who. Like, everyone around that building, you need to know where they are, so much that when you need to deliver their message, you know where to go. If there is a fire, you know how many people you have. Like, you are the boss. So those are the roles of a nurse in a care home. Those are not limited to the ones that I've mentioned, but basically this is what to expect when we work in a care home. Thank you very much for watching this video thus far, and if this was helpful, please comment down below and continue to share, like, and subscribe, please. I have lots and lots, thousands and thousands of viewers who are not subscribed. Why are you not subscribing? Can you please click this subscribe button below here, and then you're done. You don't have to do anything. It's free. You don't have to pay. So from your girl, boy, it's goodbye.